Welcome to Star Memoirs, your destination for unforgettable celebrity legacies. Our first news is this. Influencer EMILIE Kiser shared insight into motherhood before son Trig's death. More insight into EMILIE Kiser's final moments with Trig Kiser are being uncovered. 1 week before authorities in Arizona shared that her and her husband, Brady Kiser's 3-year-old son, had died after a nearly week-long stay in the hospital, the influencer reflected on her life as a mother. In a video shared to her Instagram, May 11th, EMILIE, who also shares son Theodore Kiser, 2 months with her husband, showed various snapshots of her spending quality time with her kids. In one clip, the TikToker sat on a picnic blanket outside cradling her youngest son before Trig came over and planted a sweet kiss on her lips. In another snippet, EMILIE watched on while Brady playfully tossed a laughing Trig up in the air. POV, the joy of being a mother, EMILIE wrote atop all the heartwarming moments while adding in the caption, "Forever grateful that I get to be a mama." And that wasn't the only glimpse fans got into the lifestyle blogger's motherhood journey. 1 month after welcoming Theodore into their family, EMILIE gave a peek into her new daily routine with 2 children. "I thought it would be fun to do a little night vlog with our new norm, which is 2 kids," EMILIE said in an April 3rd Instagram video showing her nursing and putting Theodore down for bed, eating dinner and taking Trig out for a swim. Which is crazy to say. Noting that the vlog was their first full day at home with their new addition, the 26-year-old went on to admit, "I have a feeling it's going to be a bit of a long night because every night is a long night with a newborn, but thank you so much for watching." 1 week prior to Trig's tragic passing, officers responded to a drowning call at EMILIE's Arizona home, where they found the toddler unconscious after being pulled out of a pool in the backyard of the property, according to NBC affiliate KPNX. After first responders performed CPR on site, Trig was taken to the hospital, where he died after 6 days in critical condition. EMILIE and Brady have not yet spoken publicly about their son's untimely death, but local authorities have since shared a statement confirming that they are investigating the circumstances surrounding his death and offering their condolences to the toddler's loved ones. Out of respect for the family's privacy, Chandler Police Department spokesperson Sonu Wasu said in a statement to E! News May 19th, "We will not be releasing additional details until the investigation is closed." Why sister wives Cody Brown dug the grave for his son, Garrison's burial. Cody Brown took action to honor his late son. As he and his ex-wife Janelle Brown prepared to lay their son Garrison Brown to rest following his death in March 2024 at age 25, the Sister Wives star felt it was important to dig the grave himself. "I've never done anything like this, digging a grave," Cody said during the May 18th episode of the TLC series. "And I think this is one of the most important things I've ever done. It's the last ode to my boy." He added, "It means something to me. I don't know why. It's something deeply emotional." With this mission in mind, Cody, who also shares kids Logan Brown, 31, Madison Brush, 29, Hunter Brown, 28, Gabriel Brown, 23, and Savannah Brown, 20, with Janelle, wanted to turn the final act of burying Garrison's ashes into a labor of love. "For the act of effort in this, because we're not digging a grave big enough for a coffin, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger than certainly I need for this urn," he explained. "I want the experience of doing some real effort here, just trying to honor my son as best I can." Reflecting on the grief he and the rest of the Brown family, including wife Robin Brown, exes Mary Brown and Christine Brown, as well as his other children, have felt since Garrison's death by suicide, he continued, "I don't even know if it's honor. It's mourning." In addition to the physical effort of digging the grave, Cody expressed that he chose his family's land in Wyoming as Garrison's burial ground as a means of bringing my boy home and putting him in the ground. "My dad is buried here," Cody shared. "My mom will be. Janelle's mom, Grandma Cheryl, is buried here. It's just the place, and we can see this mountain over here. It's called the Heart Mountain, and it's familiar to me." He added, "I wanted Garrison buried right next to Cheryl. Grandma Cheryl probably nurtured Garrison as much as any of us, and I'm putting Garrison in Grandma's arms." And despite Cody's strained relationship with Janelle, with whom he split in 2022 after 25 years of marriage, she was fully supportive of his wishes. Why Sarah Silverman believes her grandfather killed her infant brother. Sarah Silverman is giving a glimpse into her family's story. Over 50 years after the unexpected death of her older brother Jeffrey Silverman at 3 months old, the comedian said her father once told her that her late grandfather, Max Silverman, was responsible for the tragedy. The story was that something happened with the crib, and Jeffrey's little body slid and he got suffocated. Sarah, who has 2 sisters, Susan Silverman, 62, Laura Silverman, 58, explained to Rolling Stone in an interview published May 18th. "But if you look back, there was never a lawsuit with the crib company or anything." After her dad, late Donald Silverman, attended her production of Bedwetter in 2022, 1 year before his death, he shared what really happened to her brother, who was born several years before her. "My dad says, I always felt that he was crying or something, and my dad shook him," the 54-year-old recalled of the conversation. "He shook him in a rage and killed him. As soon as he said it, it was like, of course, that's what happened." The Wreck-It. Ralph, voice actor, whose mom, Beth Ann O'Hara, died in 2015, said that her paternal grandmother, Rose Silverman, always stood by her husband. Sarah added, "I couldn't ask my mom because she was dead." After the confession, she admitted that it made sense, especially with her dad's heartbreaking childhood. "His dad beat the out of him every day, just mercilessly," she told the outlet. He had a younger brother who wasn't touched. His father made the kids call him Mr. Silverman. Although Sarah, who began dating Rory Albanese in 2020, has come to terms with her family's history, she revealed that she previously broached the subject of her brother's death at just age 5 with a crass joke. "My grandmother picked us up for our Sunday breakfast at a local diner, and she said, 'Everybody buckle up,'" she wrote in her 2014 memoir, The Bedwetter, Stories of Courage, Redemption, and Pee, per NPR. "Thinking I was going to kill, I said, 'Yeah, we don't want to wind up like Jeffrey,' and just silence. My sisters turned and looked at me like I was crazy, and my grandmother just burst into tears." She admitted that the incident ultimately taught her that sometimes her comedic choices can have consequences. "I think I've been called edgy, but in all honesty, there is a safety in what I do because I'm always the idiot," she wrote. "Unless you're just listening to buzzwords and not taking into account the context of the situation, you see, I'm always the ignoramus." She concluded, "No matter what I talk about, or what tragic event, off-color, dark scenario is evoked in my material, I'm always the idiot in it." George Wendt, Cheers actor, dead at 76. A beloved sitcom star has died. George Wendt, who played Norm Peterson on the beloved NBC comedy Cheers, passed away peacefully in his sleep at his home May 20th. E! News has confirmed he was 76. George was a doting family man, a well-loved friend and confidant to all of those lucky enough to have known him, a family spokesperson said in a statement. "He will be missed forever." After getting his start in comedy at the Second City in the 1970s, Wendt landed TV roles in soap Maaz and the short-lived sitcom Making the Grade before being cast on Cheers, which ran for 11 seasons from 1982 to 1993. The actor appeared in all 275 episodes and earned 6 consecutive Primetime Emmy nominations for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series. Following the series' conclusion, the comedian went on to star in the short-lived The George Wendt Show in 1995 and later made memorable appearances on Saturday Night Live, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and Whose Line Is It Anyway? He reprised the role of Norm Peterson on the Cheers spin-off Frasier in 2002, as well as on The Simpsons and Family Guy. In addition to his lengthy television career, WENT appeared in a number of films over the years, including Airplane 2, the sequel, The Little Rascals, and Spice World. He was also featured in the opening scene of Michael Jackson's 1991 music video, Black Bar or White. Beyond his own success in the entertainment industry, WENT was the uncle of SNL alum Jason Sudeikis, whom he praised in one of his final interviews. "He's such a great kid," WENT said on the Still Here Hollywood podcast in June. "Very proud. Proud especially, not only of the success, but he's solid. Have you read profiles and stuff? I mean, he is such a mensch, so smart, so thoughtful." "I asked her if I could do this, and she was kind and gracious," the dad of 18 said. "She said, I think that'd be really sweet. And I'm glad that she saw it that way, because I need this." Logan Taylor Brown. Born May 21st, 1994. Logan is the oldest son of Cody Brown and Janelle Brown. He is also the eldest child of 18 in Cody's entire brood. After graduating with a master's degree in business administration from the University of Nevada in 2020, he married Michelle Petty 2 years later. Aspen Kristen Thompson, née Brown. Aspen is the oldest child of Cody and Christine Brown. She was born on March 14, 1995. Also a University of Nevada alum. Aspen tied the knot with Mitch Thompson in 2018. She announced her pregnancy in April 2020. Leon Leo Brown. Born on July 29, 1995, Leon is the only child of Cody and Mary Brown. In 2020, Leon came out as transgender, sharing that they were previously socialized as a girl. "I was pretty young, and unfortunately, I grew up in a context that was incredibly gendered and restrictive." Leon, who also goes by Leo, wrote on Instagram, "And here's the thing, I'm finally ready to share my favorite self with the world. And that self is incredibly genderqueer, trans, and unapologetic." Leon married Audrey Kiss in 2020 at a Colorado courthouse wedding. Mykelti Ann Padron, née Brown. The second of Cody and Christine's children, Mykelti was born on June 9, 1996. She married Antonio Tony Padron in 2016 in a wedding ceremony documented on Sister Wives. The couple are parents to daughter Avalon and twin sons Archer and Ace. Madison Rose Brush, née Brown. Janelle gave birth to Madison, her second child with Cody, on November 3, 1995. After studying at Utah State University, Madison married Caleb Brush in 2016. The pair share kids Axel, Evangeline, and Josephine. Hunter, Elias Brown, Janelle, and Cody welcomed Hunter, their third child, together on February 9, 1997. Hunter graduated from the United States Air Force Academy in 2020 before studying nursing at Johns Hopkins University. Robert Garrison Brown. Born October 31, 1998, Garrison was Cody and Janelle's third youngest child together. He died by suicide on March 5, 2024 at age 25. David Dayton Preston Brown. Dayton is the oldest child of Cody's fourth wife, Robin Brown, from her past marriage with Preston Jessup. He was adopted into the family in 2015, 5 years after Robin spiritually married Cody. In 2014, Cody legally divorced his first wife, Mary, so he could marry Robin and officially adopt Dayton as his son. Reason for Sicily. Yacht. Sinking revealed. After 7 people died. Answers surrounding the deadly sinking of a yacht in Italy are coming to the surface. Nearly 9 months after 7 people died when the UK-owned Bayesian superyacht sank off the coast of Sicily, officials from the Marine Accident Investigation Branch, MAIB, an organization that investigates marine accidents involving UK vessels worldwide, according to their website, have released some of the findings from their investigation. According to an interim report published by MAB May 15th, strong, sudden winds from a passing storm in the early hours of Aug. 19 forced the boat to tip on its side and begin sinking. while the anticipated storm is what prompted the boat's crew to anchor near the Sicilian village of Porticello. According to the document, the intense increase in wind speed eventually caused the boat to capsize. At 3 a.m. local time, the winds from the approaching storm were recorded at 8 knots, around 9 miles per hour, but by around 3:55 a.m., the winds had increased to 30 knots, 35 mph. As the boat began to drag its anchor, it also began to tip from the winds. At around 4:06 a.m., the wind suddenly increased to more than 70 knots, 81 mph, causing an awning above the boat to rip and fall from the left side of the boat to the right. The boat then turned 90 degrees on its side, taking less than 15 seconds to do so, which is when people, furniture, and loose items fell across the deck of the boat. Meanwhile, 2 passengers in their room below deck had to use the furniture drawers in their room as an improvised ladder to exit the space, escaping along the internal walls of the central alleyway and climbing out into the saloon area, per the report. Until that point, there was no indication of flooding inside Bayesian, but once water came in over the right side rails, water entered the internal spaces of the yacht within seconds, officials found. During the incident, many of the crew helped lift passengers out of the capsized boat before they eventually entered the water as the vessel continued sinking. Once in the water, a member of the crew instructed the guests and crew present there to swim clear of the yacht. As survivors collectively gathered in the water, the boat's chief officer swam over and released a life raft from the sinking ship. Around 4:24 a.m., the group inflated the life raft and boarded it. About 20 minutes later, a crew member fired a flare into the air and the 15 survivors were rescued by a nearby ship called Sir Robert Baden-Powell. As a result of the tragedy, 7 of the boat's passengers, billionaire tech mogul Mike Lynch, his daughter Hannah, Morgan Stanley, International Chairman Jonathan Bloomer, his wife Judy Bloomer, passenger Christopher Morvillo, his wife Nida Morvillo, and the yacht's chef Ricardo Thomas, sadly died. As the MAB continued their investigation, the organization stated in their interim report, "There is the possibility that new evidence may become available that might alter the circumstances as depicted in this report." Thank you for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.